So I want to get rolling. So this is our first speaker. He didn't wait long to start hacking our city after he moved to Dayton in 2008. Peter Benkendorf brought with him involvement advocacy and the Blue Sky Project when he moved here from Chicago. He's founded a number of initiatives in our community, including the Collaboratory on Courthouse Square, the 10 Living Cities Symposium, the Third on Third Outdoor Market, one of my favorites, which is opening in April for its third season. And if you know Peter, you know he's never short on interesting ideas. So to talk about 20 great ideas for hacking our city, please welcome Peter Benkendorf.
All right, I guess I have to get started here with my 20 by 20. We've got lots of great projects going on in Dayton and lots of people with talent. So we're working with Nucleus and Up Dayton to create a marketplace called Co-Create 937. If you got a project, you're looking for talent, you got talent looking for a project, we're looking for you. And we're trying to help people get their projects funded. So we want to bring the best of Kickstarter and Indiegogo and create a local version of crowdfunding. Again, this is something we're doing with Nucleus and the folks at Up Dayton. So if you've got skills at coding and web development, we'd love to get you involved. But how do we keep more money locally in the community to support all these great hacks that are going on? One of the hacks we're working on, and this should be standing up in about 6 weeks, is the Dayton Sewing Collaborative with a number of partners, including the YWCA, East End, Wesley Community Center, Dayton Metro Libraries, and the Dayton Emerging Fashion Incubator. We're going to have some space down on Springfield Street. Oh, no, my numbers get all... This is what happens when you work on a Mac and Keynote and try and transfer it over to PowerPoint. Anyway, we're working on an idea that came out of Cleveland to start a coding boot camp for young adults, partnering with Sinclair on that. So what if there was a fun zone in downtown Dayton? One of our ideas is to create an 18-hole golf course where each of the holes are designed by a different team of artists or designers or engineers, and maybe Courthouse Square or Tech Town or somewhere fun like that. What if there was a zip line to Riverscape? Now, my first idea, my first thought was we'd start it over at DAI and take it across 75, but somebody told me there might be some liability issues with that. So anyway, we're looking for some alternate locations. All right, here's the real big idea. Come to a Dragons game and then go karting at Tech Town when you're done with that. So, these are all kind of low impact ideas that don't require a lot of infrastructure. So when they get all 16 buildings up at Tech Town, we won't be having a big investment to have to throw away. So what if there were campgrounds located at all the aviation heritage sites and other historical sites around town so we could leverage all of our wonderful assets that we have in the recreation space? So we like to say, come for the aviation, stay for the recreation, come for the recreation, stay for the aviation. And so we photoshopped, this is an actual sign on 70, but we added the bottom part. We already got a mention for Third on Third, which starts up April 17th. And so this was a collaboration between some 3rd Street business owners, some residents of St. Anne's Hill, and some residents of Huffman. And a number of great success stories. Bobby Walker, who's going to be speaking later, got his start at Third on Third. The custom furniture from Nucleus was through a vendor from Third on Third, so very excited about that. Kind of phase 2 is trying to develop a retail district down at 3rd and Linden. And so we've got a group of residents from Huffman, St. Anne's, kind of a new group, looking at the old grocery store, Swigert Point, but to try to create a walkable retail district. My friend Richard's here. He's the new property manager at Front Street, but there's been a lot of good stuff happening in the last 6 months, a lot of energy with Front Street. A bunch of new galleries are opened up, Colleen Kelsey, Mike Elsa, and assorted folks. And so watch for them on First Fridays, but they're also going to be partnering with us on Third Sundays. We're working on starting a public arts brigade. This is my quote: "The amount of public art making, and performance is directly proportional to community's vibrancy." Right now we don't have a lot in Dayton, but we want to change that. So we're trying to help the folks over in East End a little bit, Kate Irvin and the folks who are looking to develop an arts district and affordable housing in East End along Xenia Avenue, but also there's a lot of housing available. And so trying to help them, kind of modeled after what's going on in Collinwood up in Cleveland in the Waterloo Arts District. Sean Politis is here. Sean's commander in the Navy, based out at Wright Pat. And so he's in the process of standing up a new makerspace called Steamworks Labs. It's going to be at K-12 galleries. So check that out, steamworkslabs.com. We're working with Dr. Rob Williams, who just retired from about 45 years of government service and has pulled out the Discovery Lab from AFRL, and he's moving it into the community. This is a really amazing technology innovation program for rising freshmen and sophomores in college, working in 3D virtual reality. So just overall, I mean, this is sort of a hack of hacks, but we want to increase civic engagement around some key demographics: retirees, immigrants, veterans, returning citizens, university faculty, lots of smart people in this community, and high school and college students, which is something that Dayton's very involved in as well. So a couple things that we're actually working on right now. There's a very large African refugee community here, Rwandans, Burundians, Congolese, Sudanese, and they're very interested in urban ag. And so trying to help them find a home for urban ag and potentially some housing around it. This is an urban ag place up in Cleveland. And then also returning citizens. We got a lot of folks coming back into the community, coming out of the prison population. And so how can we help create new volunteerism and social pathways back into the community, in addition to the training and education and employment opportunities that are coming out of the government sector. So anyway, we're always looking for hacks everywhere. So if you're interested in creating a hack, we've got some hacker postcards or some up on the table. Or if there's a project you saw you just want to get involved in, write that down up here. But we'll be happy to help you out and see if we can help you find your yellow brick road. So anyway, then, you know, what if there was a civic innovation lab in Dayton that unleashed the potential of our people, organizations, and physical assets in order to build a more thriving region? Can't see the text, but if you would like to donate to the collaboratory, you can use your smartphones and text CoLab to 41444. So thank you very much.